Even though our roses are budding out in early February, we still have to withhold pruning because pruning will force new growth, and that new growth will be badly damaged by frost that we are bound to have. So we don't start to prune until the 3rd week of March. That means that we are pruning with these wonderful, wonderful shoots that are here, and it means that we have to be pretty brutal about the pruning that we do. We prune roses for several reasons. One reason is to eliminate old wood. Then another reason is to encourage new growth. Another reason is to prevent canes from crossing one another, such as we have right here, and canes that are too close together right here. We have to gather our equipment together for pruning, and what we need is alcohol poured into an open container, and a container that will allow you to pour back into the alcohol bottle so you can reuse the alcohol from time to time as you prune from one bush to another. You want bypass clippers that are not anvil type but will go in a scissor type motion, and you want multi-purpose glue, not school glue. Multi-purpose glue will dry to a translucent color rather than a white color and will be waterproof. Here's a floribunda, and we're ready to prune it. It's come through the winter pretty well, but as you can see, there is lots of dead wood that has to be taken care of. The center of the bush is very, very full, and we want to open up the center a little bit in order to let air and sunlight down inside there. That'll promote growth and retard any disease that might develop. The first thing we want to do after sterilizing the clippers is eliminate all dead wood that has come through the winter. And so we're going to go down to the adjoining cane, and we see that this whole thing is no good. We'll get rid of that. We'll find another piece of dead wood and go down inside the plant until we find where it's adjoining good-looking wood. There. Here's some more dead wood. And we have eliminated most of the crossing canes inside, and we have opened up the center of the bush down here. And we still have a problem here. A floribunda. Now we're looking at the wood. We want the wood to be white, or creamy white, or greenish white. If it's tan, it's not good, healthy wood. And so we're going to trim down until we come to good, healthy wood. And that's good, healthy wood, nice and white. Floribundas, we tend to prune. Yes, that's nice white wood. We tend to prune floribundas more or less lightly than we would a hybrid tea, because a floribunda is grown primarily for the nice color it'll give to your yard. So we want to leave as much as possible for lots of bloom. Now this is going to cross in cane and back there, so we'll get rid of that. And this big old thing is going to have to go. And we will cut right here. and check the wood. The wood looks pretty good, and this means that we need to put some glue on that cut. Any cut that is the diameter of a pencil or larger needs to be sealed with the glue. That will keep a fly that occurs from laying its eggs on that open wound, and then those eggs burrow down inside the wood and ruin the cane. So we seal that with Elmer's glue. That's why we have the Elmer's glue here. And we have another cut to make over here. We're pruning about 1/4 of an inch above, in most cases, an outward facing shoot, because we want the plant to grow out rather than in, so that we maintain an open center as much as possible during the growing season. And so there we are. Now that's a pruned floribunda. We have 4 good canes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to, these 2 canes are much too close together here, so we're going to have to just take out one of them, and I've chosen this one because the other one is even larger. They're both good, healthy green canes, which we'd like to keep, but we can't keep both of them because they will rub against each other in the wind and cause damage. Right now we're going to cut into this cane right here, which is pretty darn big, so we're using loppers, which we have sterilized, just like we did the regular bypass pruners. Here's a cane, small, but it has cane blight on it here. So that's never going to do anything up here. We'll just get rid of that. Now we have the center of the plant really opened up very nicely. No crossing canes. Things are looking really good, and we can proceed to work on the upper part of the plant now. Generally, when we prune a hybrid tea, we want to leave 3 to 6 canes. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, plus our new basal break. So we're in good shape. Many people are unsure about how high to cut their canes. In West Texas, roses grow very luxuriantly, and we need to remember that if we cut off only 1/3 of the plant, which is sometimes recommended, we're going to be left with a very large plant that's going to grow way up over our heads. So I'm going to cut this one right here, and just 1/4 of an inch below my cut is an outward facing bud, so that the plant will want to grow out rather than inward, and it will help maintain the open center of the plant. We've made our good cuts. This is the height I'm going to leave this plant at, and we'll seal those cuts to keep the pesky fly from laying eggs and boring down, having the larva bore down into the wood. As you can see, we've cut this plant back about 2/3 of the way from where it was growing. It doesn't bother me in the least, even though it looks pretty puny. It is going to be an absolutely magnificent rose bush. The last step in pruning is to fertilize this rose bush. We want to water the rose bush really well today. Tomorrow we're going to apply a balanced fertilizer that's in a ratio of about 2:1:1 or 3:1:1. Nitrogen is the most important element that our plants need at this time because we want to encourage new growth. Our soil already has plenty of available potassium, so we don't need to worry about applying potassium. And most soils in most home landscapes have enough phosphorus, so that you do not want to apply any more than necessary. If you put too much phosphorus on, you're going to be making the iron that's in our soil unavailable to the plant. And then you'll be fighting iron deficiency as well as trying to have new growth occur. It's a problem you'll have for a long time because phosphorus stays in the soil a long time.